The moon cast an eerie glow over the decrepit farmhouse as I stood before it, the weight of my decision settling in the pit of my stomach. The air was heavy with a silence that seemed to reverberate with the whispers of a haunted past. The Conjuring House, a place of unspeakable terror, stood before me like a portal to the unknown. My heart raced as I reminded myself why I had come: to confront my skepticism, to challenge the darkness that had gripped this place for years. Swallowing hard, I stepped onto the creaking porch and approached the front door. The wood felt icy beneath my fingertips as I hesitated before knocking. A strange energy seemed to radiate from the house itself, seeping into my very being, igniting a mixture of curiosity and dread. I rapped my knuckles against the door, the sound echoing like a haunting bell toll. The door swung open, revealing a dimly lit interior that seemed to stretch endlessly into shadows. I stepped inside, and a shiver slithered down my spine as the door creaked shut behind me. The air inside was stale, heavy with the scent of decay, and every step I took seemed to echo through the house like a drumbeat. With a trembling hand, I switched on my flashlight and directed its beam around the room. Dust danced in the air, caught in the light's path, as if the very particles held their breath in anticipation. The room itself appeared as if frozen in time, a snapshot of a life once lived. Antique furniture draped in dusty sheets stood like forgotten sentinels, guarding memories long gone. My footsteps echoed as I ventured further, down a dim hallway that seemed to stretch into infinity. I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes tracking my every move. The wallpaper peeled in places, revealing faded floral patterns that seemed to sigh under the weight of history. I approached a closed door, my hand trembling as I pushed it open. Before me lay a parlor frozen in time, an antique record player resting on a wooden cabinet, its vinyl discs scattered like forgotten echoes. The air seemed to thicken, pressing against my skin like a cold hand. I took a hesitant step forward, my gaze drawn to the empty chairs facing each other, as if waiting for a conversation that would never continue. As I moved through the house, the sense of unease deepened. The temperature seemed to fluctuate without reason, and an unsettling draft whispered through the rooms. I reached the foot of a grand staircase, the steps creaking under my weight. I took a steadying breath and began the ascent, the creaks of each step beneath me seemingly synchronized with the nervous pounding of my heart. On the upper floor, the air grew even colder, causing goosebumps to erupt across my arms. I felt drawn to a room at the end of a long, narrow hallway, its door slightly ajar as if inviting me in. I hesitated for a moment, a mix of fear and curiosity warring within me, before I finally pushed the door open. The room lay cloaked in shadow, moonlight filtering through the cracked window pane, casting ethereal patterns on the worn floorboards. An antique crib stood in one corner, a relic of a time long past. I swallowed hard, my breath catching in my throat as I saw the faint impression of a rocking chair, its ghostly presence etched into the atmosphere. A whisper of movement brushed against my ear, too faint to decipher words, but laden with an otherworldly presence. My heart raced, a cold sweat breaking across my brow as I scanned the room, searching for the source of the sound. Shadows seemed to materialize and retreat, teasing the edge of my vision, leaving me to question my sanity. A sudden gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing my flashlight in an instant. The room plunged into darkness, and panic surged within me like a torrent. The whispering grew louder, a cacophony of eerie voices weaving a symphony of terror around me. I fumbled for my flashlight, my hands shaking as I struggled to relight it. When the light finally pierced the darkness once more, the room was empty, the whispers silenced. My heart pounded, and my breaths came in ragged gasps as I stumbled backward. The encounter with the unknown had shaken me to my core, leaving me trembling and vulnerable. As I retraced my steps, each creak of the floorboards seemed to echo with a sinister resonance. The oppressive weight of the house pressed against me, urging me to flee, to leave behind the darkness that clung to it like a curse. With each step I took, I could feel a presence lingering just out of sight, as if the house itself held its breath, waiting. Finally, I burst through the front door, the the cool night air a blessed relief against my sweat-drenched skin. I turned to look at the Conjuring House one last time, its windows like vacant eyes watching me from the depths of the night. And as I walked away, a chill wind whispered past, carrying with it the haunting echoes of a past I could never fully comprehend. The Conjuring House remained, a testament to the darkness that can reside within the most innocent of facades. My fateful night within its walls had left me forever changed, a believer in the existence of a realm beyond our understanding. The whispers, the shadows, the chilling presence, they had seared themselves into my memory, a reminder that some mysteries should remain untouched, and some doors should never be opened.